Good morning, everyone. My name is Vinay. I'm advocate by profession, and I practice before Karnataka High Court. And with me, Vivek is there.
Hi everyone, my name is Vivek Raj. I am an advocate by profession and I practice before the High Court of Karnataka and before various other subordinate courts.
So today we are going to talk about lockdown, the provisions of lockdown, and pro and cons about lockdown, where the law derives from for the lockdown, and lot of things related, which will help us to improve our knowledge about the same.
Yes. Now I'm sure guys all of you have heard about the term lockdown widely in the last couple of months. Ever since the coronavirus broke out, this term is in everyone's mind. Now where does the term originate from? Or how do we get this concept? Guys, let me tell you one thing, that the word lockdown finds no place in any of our laws. Now, of course, the government through the Disaster Management Act or the Epidemic Diseases Act has somehow exercised its powers and announced a nationwide lockdown. Now, let me give you a general or brief understanding about what the term lockdown means. A lockdown is a requirement for people to stay where they are, usually because of the potential risk they carry to themselves or to others.
Yeah. So, Vivek, what I feel people were not aware about this term earlier. Even lot of terms which I learned during this lockdown, being quarantine, isolation, and a lot of medicines names, hydroxychloroquine, and so many things, which is lot of information also we got. And what I believe for the people it was very for the migrant workers it was not so good. For the people losing their jobs are not good. Lot of companies got closed. Lot of multinational companies got closed here in Bangalore. We all are aware about it. So, what is the effect according to you of this lockdown? What do you think about the same?
Yes, as you rightly mentioned, now I got some reports with me. This lockdown has been disastrous to the Indian economy, and as per research conducted by the World Bank and other leading rating agencies, it is estimated that Indian economy suffered a loss of 32,000 crore per day for the initial 21 days the lockdown was announced. And like you also mentioned about the issue about employment and how people lost their jobs. Well, it was reported by a leading daily that the employment rate which stood at unemployment rate rather which stood at 6.5%. As you rightly mentioned, Vinay, the lockdown has also caused a lot of citizens to lose their jobs, and the unemployment rate in India which stood at 6.7% has now gone to 26%. So this is the effect that the lockdown has caused not only to the economy, but people have lost their jobs, people have lost their livelihood, and rather I would say that due to the vast majority of population walking from various places where they stand at, I'm talking about the migrant workers, and this situation of them migrating has also caused the virus outbreak and the
spread across the nation,
the uncontrollable spread.
Yeah. So, yeah, even in Bangalore, when we watch a local news channel and local newspaper, we see a lot of multinational companies are firing their employees. A lot of people become unemployed, and some suicidal cases also we saw at Bangalore and across nation also. This is kind of news are coming. So now, question here is, where in terms of legal perspective, where exactly the lockdown stands from? What do you think? What law gives power to government to impose the lockdown and restrict the movement, restrict the economic activity, and restrict everything, all the economic channels, to give the power to the people to survive? So what is your opinion on it?
My opinion would be that the citizens of India under the constitution are guaranteed with certain fundamental rights, and one such right being under Article 19 of the constitution, that is the freedom of movement, the freedom of speech. Now, the freedom of movement no doubt has been curtailed when the lockdown was announced, but of course we have to realize that fundamental right too is subject to certain reasonable restriction, and this is done in the interest of 1.2 billion people, Indians.
Exactly, but what I believe the intention of the government is not got fulfilled because of we are not able to restrict the spread of COVID-19 even after the 60 days of lockdown. So why was it necessary where we killed our own economy? The cycle of economy got stopped. People lost their job. Migrant workers lost their life, and they traveled across the states. So what I believe it was it not so early to take the decision for government to impose the lockdown?
Yes, as we all recollect, India was one of the first nations to have such a low number of cases, and also
Yeah, it was no doubt the India had the cases, very less cases, below 500 cases. But my question is, let me rephrase you for you. My question is, was it not so early to impose a lockdown? Because what I see here, yes, some countries like China, Italy, and even USA, they imposed the lockdown very late, and because of that, they had to see lot many cases still. They have 15 lakh plus cases alone in USA. In Italy, we saw many people dying. But now we are also on the same path. We feel that we have crossed almost 1 lakh 40,000 cases as of today. So imposing the lockdown, according to me, I believe that it was so early decision and government. But of course, yes, the government needed some time to prepare, and now it is proudly said that India is the second largest manufacturer of PPE kits. India is the second largest manufacturer of N95 masks, and so on. But what I believe that somewhere we have stopped the cycle of economy, and which is going to affect everyone, each and every individual, people, professionals, laborers, and all. So my question here is, what is the legal provisions of this lockdown? As you rightly talked about the epidemic management and national disaster management, but was it so right to impose such kind of decision, such kind of restrictions on such a vast basis?
Vinay, the term lockdown does not find place in any of our laws. Now, the central government, PM Narendra Modi, on 24th of March, announced a nationwide lockdown for a period of 21 days, and immediately the Home Ministry, through guidelines, had sent a notification, or rather an official notification, to all states, and I say they drew this power from the Disaster Management Act and the Epidemic Diseases Act. That's what they said. That's how they get the power. And
so Vivek, we are in almost the epidemic disaster management act is new. For that we have disaster management teams, disaster management NDRF team works. But the epidemic diseases act is very old. It's more than 120 years old act. What is the relevancy from there at now's situation? Because the time when the act was passed, we have almost, India as a country, the population has grew at least, I can say, 10 times more than that time when it was. So now in today's scenario, imposing such kind of law which is so old and not so relevant, and it shows somewhere the lack of government and coordination also between the states and center. So what is your opinion about it?
The Epidemic Diseases Act, as you rightly mentioned, is an outdated law, and even from that law, the government does not get power to introduce a lockdown, because this concept is new for us. This concept is passed by way of a notification. The central government wanted to draw all the power it could and wield power in itself so that it could manage and control the COVID.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, Vivek. So you mean to say that the term is not defined in any of the act? It is not defined. It is not the provision. The terminology is not defined. The curfew or
seal down.
Yeah,
that's right. We do not find this word described in any of our procedural law or neither of any of the laws. This is done. They say, the government says they get this power from the Epidemic Diseases Act and the Disaster Management Act. However, a perusal of both the act it clearly establishes that there is no such mention. It is not described neither in the defining section.
Okay, okay. That information is taken, Vivek. But the question here is why government failed? Why government was not able to restrict the increasing numbers of COVID-19 patients? The preparation, somewhere we saw the government is not prepared, and the main question here is the lack of coordination between the states. And different states are fighting with, one state is fighting with another, and this is time lot of national parties are doing politics with each other. So the question here is the people of the nation is suffering a lot because of this the silly politics. But the preparation where the government has to work more, why government is not able to restrict the number of spreading cases, which is the core of this entire issue. If the government is able to restrict the spread of this virus, we will win this battle as a nation.
That's right. I feel the reason why we failed, though we initially succeeded, why we failed later on was because of the hasty manner in which, because of the unplanned rather manner in which the lockdown was announced. If we cannot recollect, this lockdown was announced by our Honorable PM at 8 p.m. on 24th of March 2020, and the lockdown commenced 4 hours later. So it did not give citizens rather time to stock up, or neither did it give people to be prepared, given people an opportunity of getting up for this eventuality, that is the extended lockdown. And as we are all aware, a majority of our population are daily laborers,
daily wage
laborers.
Yeah.
So these people need to go out there, work, and only then can they feed the people. And now, in the current scenario, what we're seeing, the majority of the spike in cases is due to the migrant workers. And now, if we can recollect what I said earlier, it is these people, the migrant workers, were daily wage workers, who are walking out on the streets, who are defining the lockdown because they do not have food, they do not have meal on the table, and that's why they choose to go out. And that, in a sense, has beaten the entire idea of a lockdown, a containment, because these people are now spreading virus, and it's gone beyond our control.
Yeah, so even I agree with your point, Vivek. I believe that the government, the central government, should have given some chance to the people to travel to their respective places, so that the chaotic situation should have been avoided. So, of course, yes, hunger is the biggest problem for India, even in this time when we claim ourselves as a superpower. Now, in a conclusion, I want to give a kind of information that government has failed, government was not prepared. This is the first kind of pandemic we have seen after the independence. We have seen the first kind of migration after the independence, and a lot of things which we all, even the person who is 70 years old and a 7 years old child, everyone has seen for the first time being at home without doing anything. Most of the people were, especially in the cities, they were closed inside their 1 or 2 or 3 rooms house. So it was very difficult to survive. Even we faced the same situation where we were closed in our apartment, and there was nothing to do much other than our phone and videos. So government, this kind of pandemic given a chance to fight with the coronavirus, and the government has a lot of learning, and the government should bring such kind of law which gives more power to the more power to the people administrative system, so that such kind of virus spread can be curtailed. Also, the government has to be prepared with such kind of pandemic in future, because we never know our this kind of viruses are even being made by different countries, and now we are into a different era where a lot of countries are into the race of developing such kind of viruses which will impact the human life everywhere. So yeah, that is the final comment from my side, Vivek. If you have anything, please add.
I would only say that the one thing that we need to learn, that the nation that our administration needs to learn is the need for one law, the need for a better law to fight such diseases, such viruses, such pandemic and such emergency situation that may arise, be it due to any natural calamities or due to the COVID. We need a law which would bind the central and state government to work in unison and to not do politics. We need to be organized so we do not see such a chaotic situation where millions of people, or rather thousands or hundreds of people, were walking away from where they were stranded. We need a law that would help provide them basic necessities to help manage the crisis better. So that is what I feel that our
Yeah,
administration
and
should pick up.
it was very disturbing to seeing those migrant workers, stranders dying on the road, accidents. Some people died in train accidents. Many people had to travel to their native place, and the state governments were not allowing them to go inside. In between, there were other situations where we saw out of this lockdown situation, the cyclone came in Orissa and West Bengal, and the government had to suffer a lot, and it was kind of double punch for the nation. So the government, as a the leader of the world's second largely populated country, the government has to do a lot of things, lot of improvisation in the system. People has to be sensitive. The police persons are dying because of the coronavirus, and even so we have seen the both side of police, both side of health workers. Somewhere health workers are going out of the way and helping people. They have been beaten up by people. Even some police person beaten up people, and so at this point of time, Vivek, I believe more than 3,000 police personnel are suffering from the COVID-19. So this is kind of a mixed situation, very difficult to comment anything. But overall, what we feel that as a nation, we have to do a lot of things. We have to learn. We have learned a lot of things, and we will be learning. And India, I believe that in coming days, it will come out from such kind of situation, and we will be more stronger than earlier. As our one of our central ministers rightly said that this is a time of finding the blessing in disguise. We will get some kind of benefit out of it later, definitely, and we will show the potential of each and every individual from India to the world that yes, we can fight together, and we can do definitely something great. So with this comment, I am closing my statement, my view on this COVID-19 and lockdown. Vivek, if you have anything to add, please go ahead.
Lastly, guys, I would request all you guys watching this video to stay home, stay safe, always wear a mask, sanitize your hand, and step out only if necessary. Guys, the government has provided relaxation, but the virus has not provided. It is still out there. So in order to protect your family and the society at large, kindly use mask whenever you step out, and sanitize your hand and protect the lives of other citizens. Thank you for watching, guys. Namaste.